Hello dear friends. Silence indicates that the system is ready, not that there is a delay. Opinion piece, moon trap, soul fishing, silent completion, timeline splitting, reincarnation trap, fear networks evaporate, fifth generation warfare, signs that the system is ready. Let's start. Liz Marion presents the moon as an artificial structure placed millennia ago to act as a frequency machine that traps souls in a cycle of reincarnation through light signals and the erasure of post-mortem memories. The moon would not be natural, but a transmission device that stimulates comfort upon death, guiding souls toward a false light to recycle their life energy and prevent memories of spiritual sovereignty. Ancient cultures warned of these deceptive lights, and modern symbols such as a child fishing for souls on the moon program the unconscious. Upon death, the soul is drawn to the lunar signal, fooled by fear, guilt, and false karma, preventing liberation. The system suppresses intuition and rest to maintain exhausted and obedient souls, but inner awakening dissolves these programs, breaking the cycles. Most souls remember their origin in 2025-26, collapsing the illusion from within. The machine malfunctions with self-awareness, allowing for free choice regarding reincarnation. This resonates with prophecies of the lifting of the veil, where external systems lose power in the face of personal sovereignty. According to Michael Dargaville, visitors from the stars saved Earth from destruction in 1999. After 6,000 reptilian beings attacked the planet. These space shifters possessed a massive mind control weapons base and a laser center on the moon, and the coalition of worlds destroyed that base. All humans in this galaxy evolved from the bigger star system about 7 million years ago, reached a high level of consciousness with angelic support, and then traveled throughout the galaxy, establishing space colonies that reached Earth 2 million years ago. Thus, human civilizations flourished throughout the galaxy. War. We are in the midst of a war that will change the world. However, this is no ordinary war. Most of the victims cannot even identify it as such, nor do they understand that they are combatants. It is called fifth generation warfare. A worldwide uprising is underway, according to Poet Dog. They are unaware of most of it because they are blocking the information. What they don't know is that there are hundreds of thousands of hidden dissenting souls. We are going to reach a critical point sooner than you expect. At each stage of awakening, a veil falls away. Fifth generation warfare represents an unconventional conflict where victims don't identify the aggression or their role as combatants, focusing on cognitive and perceptual manipulation rather than physical battles to destabilize society without open warfare. They don't seek territorial control, but rather internal collapse through social inertia. Division. Timeline division according to Ariel. The vibrational reset will be completed in 2030, when we won't see endless cycles of fear and result elite scandals or influencers shouting apocalypse. Observe how certain celebrities or politicians vanished from the public consciousness despite constant coverage years ago, as the collective focus shifted. Scale that up to a planetary level by 2030 and the networks of fear evaporate. By 2026, fear-mongers have lost influence. Their videos cease to trend. Algorithms bury them without human intervention. Followers plummet because viewers can no longer resonate with panic pornography, as a vibrational mismatch kills its signal. Division will become visceral in 2027 and 28. People you know, those clinging to division, victimhood or rage, begin to disappear from your life. Calls go unanswered. Paths never cross. Social media automatically patches them, until one day you realize months have passed without a trace, because your timeline fogged and theirs branched out into entropy. This information coincides with Dolores Cannon's research on Earth's ascension. She stated that people would begin to leave our timelines never to return. This is currently happening to many light warriors. Reset news. Behind the scenes, communication traffic has intensified. The holiday shutdown indicates a strategic pause from December 24th to 26th. The shutdown creates an exceptional window where civilian systems slow down. The winter solstice celebrates light, fertility, renewal, festivity, gift-giving, and decorating. On Sunday, December 21st, 2025, JFK Jr. announced on Telegram, "I am coming home." A historic treaty among 209 nations redefining currencies is being implemented. The world's major economies are insolvent and unable to sustain their debt. The financial system is crumbling, and the monumental shift is imminent. Tranches of the Saint-Germain Wealth Trust have been released under the authority of the Galactic Council. What is unfolding is not sudden. It is a process. Step by step, systems are being tested, redirected, and corrected. This is not a return to normalcy. It is a transition. The pause is part of the signal. The process is silent, meticulous, and unstoppable. Everything is funded and unfolding with precision. The revaluation is not an instant windfall. It is a readjustment of value based on real assets, productivity, and sustainability. Economy. A strong surge in safe haven assets is pushing gold and silver to record highs. China has sold off its US bonds to fatal levels not seen since 2008, and economic retaliation has begun according to Xinfu. The Fed will inject $6.8 billion into the market this week, bringing the total to $38 billion in the last 10 days. 97 of the top 100 central banks are in the process of transforming to operate under the QFS system. The remaining 82 smaller central banks are preparing for this transition according to Media Greer. The global financial reset is no longer a theory. It is unfolding in real time. Control is slipping with the rise of gold and the collapse of fiat money, and the system is being rewritten with gold-backed ink, according to Media Greer. Seeds of wisdom. Preparedness isn't announced, it is observed. When the systems are aligned, risk is minimized and confidence is restored. Preparedness for liquidation, asset verification, and reserve alignment indicate the proximity of a real change. Currency revaluation is a structured process that requires legal authority, infrastructure, and asset backing. I repeat the phrase. Currency revaluation is a structured process that requires legal authority, infrastructure, and asset backing. Currency revaluation is a legal process, not a market event driven by hype of rumors. Central banks must establish authority, infrastructure, and asset backing before any change occurs. Markets respond last, once systems, policies, and settlement mechanisms are fully aligned. Legal authority is fundamental and requires central banks to maintain clear control over monetary policy. Foreign exchange reserves, gold commodities, and trade flows underpin any valuation. Settlement systems, legal frameworks, and reserves must be established before any currency value adjustment. Silence. Silent completion. Silence indicates that the system is ready, not that there is a delay. Periods of silence reflect behind-the-scenes coordination, not inactivity. The reset progresses through compliance and coordination, not through public announcements or speculative timetables. Currency revaluation cannot occur without the legal and technical and financial underpinnings being resolved. Traditional payment systems are being replaced as settlement is brought into compliance with ISO 20022. National balance sheets are being restructured, including debt realignment, asset valuation, and reserve alignment. Legal clarity, verification, asset management, and settlement reliability must precede any monetary adjustment. Signals. Signs that the system is ready. True readiness is reflected in the systems, not in headlines, and is only visible once the work is complete. Markets react last after readiness has been verified and implemented. Central banks finalize the position of their reserves, balancing gold, foreign exchange commodities, and trade-backed assets. Quiet coordination replaces public announcements, signaling that implementation is underway, not debate. Quiet readiness stabilizes expectations and ensures smooth transition once activated. Final change. The final monetary change is triggered by system activation, not announcements. Markets only respond when systems are active, compatible, and irreversible. Cross-border corridors activate synchronized settlement windows, reducing exchange rate risk and settlement delays. Central banks finalize the positioning of their reserves, ensuring that balance sheets can support adjusted valuations. The definitive change occurs when the systems no longer require oversight or explanations. Value can circulate securely once payment systems, legal authority, and reserves are aligned. This protects markets from disruption, preserves confidence, and ensures stability during the transition. For currency holders, the trigger is not news, but confirmation. The reset is finalized through system activation, not through public statements or speculative timetables. The new monetary structure will become permanent once the payment systems are operational and the legacy systems are retired. The reset is triggered when the new systems are only systems permitted to operate. This isn't just about politics, it's a global financial restructuring. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.